Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first audio log being broadcasted from the duat. I am your host and presenter, Anubis3100. Now, I imagine you've heard podcasts before, but this is a little bit different. But before I get into explaining what this is, a little bit about myself. I recently just graduated with a BFA, a Bachelorette in Fine Arts. And as most recent graduates find themselves, we just sit there and think about our careers, right? And so, um, as I found myself thinking about my career and exploring ways of becoming an artist online, I discovered NFTs and crypto art as the scene, as like a scene. And ever since September, I've been hooked fully on it. It's turned into a somewhat art collecting addiction, if you will. Um, it's fun. I'm building my own art collection, and it's broadened my horizons completely. Um, and so, to talk a little bit about what I'm doing with NFTs is I sat there and I decided to think about how to mix elements of fine art and elements of crypto art together and sell them. And as a person who has many inspirations, usually from video games, movies, music, etc., mainly video games now, I decided to go back and look at some of my inspirations. Now, the biggest one was actually an inspiration of a process or a method of working that became apparent to me in my 4 years of education. Um, that process is called world building. Now, to me, world building is a thing that you do, or it's a technique you employ in order to deepen what the viewer is looking at, in the sense of give it context, history, lore. Again, so um, I sat and I had already decided in my 4 years to include symbolism and hidden references in my paintings, but then I thought, um, what else can I do? And I remembered very clearly um, some of my favorite video games have audio logs within them. Um, and audio logs are the perfect way. I just thought about it. It's the perfect way of delivering some sort of um, reference or lore per se, or even just depth to what the artist is creating. So it's a way for people who enjoy my art, I would say, to come and listen um, to me talk about my art and how I think and view how I think about the world and how I view the world, and that in itself will inform them a little bit more about the art that I create, and give background context, information that you wouldn't really necessarily know unless you hear the artist speak, because a lot of information gets lost unless you meet the artist themselves. And so, um, I welcome you to the first audio log. Now, what you see in front of you is a painting that has been turned into an NFT. The link will be in the description or in the tweet, where the link will be with this recording, with this audio log, if you will, for the purchase of this painting. But this painting is sort of tied to what we're going to talk about in this first audio log, simply because, you know, 2020's fucking done. It's been one hell of a fucking year. Um, it has been rough on everyone. I've seen Pac on Twitter say it's not been a disastrous year, but a year of exploration, of self-discovery. And some people don't like that, but I think it's been a year for both. It's been a disastrous year that has allowed us to discover a lot of things about ourselves. Um, that's the perfect way to put it in 2020 terms is, man, it's gone fucked. And it's gone fucked enough that I think people are sort of opening their eyes to what they really want to do and how life is headed. And so um, I sat there. I started this painting before the end of 2020, and I've been struggling to get back to painting ever since graduating, just simply because of COVID and being part of a Zoom graduating class, which is hilarious. To put in 4 years of work just to have your name be put on a black screen and pre-recorded video. Uh, 4 years just to graduate through Zoom or YouTube videos, you know? And so I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make a painting that I enjoy. I'm not gonna worry about my skill. I'm not gonna worry about um, symbolism. I'm not gonna worry about um, themes, conceptualization, critique, figuration. I'm just gonna paint something that's gonna make me laugh, and that's what you see before you. Now, funny enough, um, some sort of mystic symbolism has made its way into the painting that I'm still fleshing out. Um, and I can certainly tell you this with complete certainty that the two figures, the horned figure and the veiled figure, um, will appear in future paintings, just simply because I like the look of them so much. Other than that, it's this painting to me has just been a nice refresher. It's been um, essentially a nice way to, you know, get back up on my feet and take what fucking 2020 has thrown to me in stride and get back on the horse and ride into 2021. And here we are. We made it. Happy fucking New Year to everybody in the world and to everybody in the crypto art scene. You all are fucking amazing. Um, it's this community is the most supportive community I've ever seen. Not even fine arts in universities have this tightness and this openness of a community. No fucking way. Nah, this does not fucking happen, bro. Um, that's all I have to say about the painting for now. Now I do want to end on a little bit of a sad note, but let's not take this in a little bit of sadness. Or I say like, well, we can. I can't say that really because everybody deals with what I'm gonna say within their own way. But I just say like, the best tweet I saw was by, um, I believe it's Suho. I'm gonna find it real quick, just simply because it just encapsulates everything. Um, Sirisu.ether or VanePSN on Twitter, at VanePSN on Twitter. Pretty fucking awesome dude. I own one of his NFTs, art pieces. You all should check him out. But he essentially said, I'm reading his tweet. Um, it just hit me. The NFT drop. The IG mask filter was a way to honor and mark the spot in history with Doom, even though he passed, and we all didn't know it. We sent him on his journey on a high note, and that's insane. Now, I imagine you've already figured out this is about the death of the influential rapper MF Doom. It is sad news. It's not fun to learn that one of your favorite rappers has passed away on New Year's, but it's um, personally I feel a bit better that he did not pass on New Year's, but he passed before, just simply because it would have hurt a little bit more if your favorite rapper or if your favorite rapper's favorite rapper dies on the turning of one of the worst years we've had, at least in my collective memory. Now, keep in mind I'm pretty young. However, um, it's his influence is undeniable, and his music has essentially molded my own musical taste throughout high school into what it is now. Like, most of the rap music I listen to, I wouldn't be able to listen to without MF Doom, or some music I don't listen to because I listen to MF Doom. The man has set a standard in my mind for what lyricism mixed with good music can be in such a way that it's insane. And it is a little bit sad to hear that we will no longer receive MF Doom content from him, but let me say this, I think I don't think he's gonna go away anytime soon at all. His impact is too strong, and he's too much of a strong figure that he's essentially he's comparable to Tupac and Biggie in the influence, and some can even say a little bit bigger, just because of his um far-reaching influence. But they can also say the same thing about Biggie and Tupac. However, just you get what I mean. Um, the man is great, um, and may he rest in peace. This was the first audio log broadcasted straight from the duat. I am your host and broadcaster, Anubis3100. Um, Thank you for listening to this live from the virtual space. Well, this is not live. I don't know why I said live, but thank you for listening to this from the virtual space. And you'll hear from me soon. Happy New Year.